The lighting in my house is so crappy that if I want to film a video in the evening time at all, I've got to sit by this very dramatic and fun lamp that I got when I was in middle school. It's pretty cool. So, I'm a little buzzed right now, just slightly, not too much. Had some very basically juice wine to get my evening going, and then finished it off. I mean, the evening is still young, but with one of these bad boys. But I've been thinking today about a lovely phrase that was inspired by the first episode. Ah, crap. Oh no. Okay, I have to look it up. It's a no edit. I don't edit things. It's the podcast, Not for Everyone. And you guys know, I speak to you like there's multiples of you when it's really just me right now, and maybe always, who knows. It's Caroline Winkler. You guys know I love Caroline. Not for everyone. Yes, I have two phones. One is my work phone. Jess DeBakey. Sorry, Jess, if I just butchered your name. And Caroline Winkler. Okay, so now I said their names. In their first episode, they talk about how they just don't care about their jobs. That's not fair. Kind of. They talk about how they don't take their jobs very seriously, and they have things outside of their jobs that they care about. I'm like, wait, what? That's not true. I've always cared a lot about things outside of my job, but my job has literally consumed me for the past 3 months. And this week, I've just been having this mantra of, it's just my job. You know, something stressful comes up, like my staff are not documenting the money that they're spending on the client that we serve appropriately, and I'm like, you know what? This is an issue, but it's not a personal issue about my worth, and I can't control people. I can just influence them in the situation. It's just my job. I'll do the best I can in the situation, but it's just my job. I'm not gonna stress about this overly. Anyway, and then I started thinking about what else does this relate to? Look at my cat. Maxwell. Yes, you like a baby. Oh my god, Maxie move. Oh, he's got an itch. Oh god, I love him. Max is my baby. Chester is also a good baby, but Max is like my baby, you know? Anyway. Also, here's, how do I flip you? Flip. Oh god, I don't know how to do it. Okay, we'll just do it this way. This is my baby. My first darling. Can you see her? It's important. Look at my Gretchen. How can you see her? There's my Gretchen. There's my good Gretchen. So good and perfect. She's perfect. I love her. She's so old now. Oh, I'm gonna be sad when she dies. Anyway, so just my job. What other things does this apply to? Thinking about I feel kind of lonely. I have some good relationships here, but we don't see each other as often as I like or do life together in the way that I'd like. And it was nice to be these are just friends. They're just friends. And there was a couple things going on that I felt when I said that phrase in my head. One, I'm I can pursue other deep relationships if these relationships aren't filling my needs. And two, these are just friends. Friends, I don't need my life. I don't need friends. I feel weird saying that because we need relationships. You know, we need quality relationships. Friends are important. I don't want to just have my husband. But you know what I mean? I don't need this to have a fulfilling life. I can find life and pleasure and good things outside of needing friendships. Because I feel like I've had a lot of pressure right now internally where I'm like, ugh, I'm finally back in Minneapolis. Like, I've been so lonely the last couple of years. We lived in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Great place, but like, I just really miss my community in Minneapolis. I'm like, I'm back in Minneapolis now, and it's been 2 years, so my community doesn't exist really anymore, but there were some quality friendships that I still maintained, but we don't see each other all the time. Like, I don't need this. I can go find other things. Other things to fill me out. And what else? Like, it's just my husband. Like, but actually though, like, it's just my relationship with my spouse. Like, not the end of the world. If we were to get divorced, it would not be the end of my life. Would that be extremely hard for me? Yes. For many reasons, it would be extremely hard for me. But it wouldn't. It would not destroy me. I could live through that and still find a fulfilling life and use that as like a growing experience. You know what I mean? What else? It's just my body. Like, I weigh more than I've ever weighed in my entire life. I weigh like, let's see, probably 145. In high school, I was like 125, 130 max. You know what I mean? Like, that's obviously that was high school. I get that, but like, I'd weighed the same amount since like eighth grade through, I don't know, sophomore year of college. Like, so weighing this much is my body looks very different than it did, and it's just my body. Like, I don't need to obsess about it. It's just dinner. I don't need to obsess about food. Like, it's just a meal. It's, it's just a person I ran into at the grocery store, like, who bitched at me. Like, I don't need to be consumed by that, Like, we just get so consumed by things that it's like, okay, when I say this sentence, it's just this, it really feels like it gives me some perspective of like, okay, it's just this thing. Great. I have a lot of space for growth and change and experimenting and whatever the heck. The only thing, the thing I thought, I was like, what can I say not, it's just this to? And I was like, it's God. God isn't it's just. That's the thing. And honestly, that was really nice. This is the first time that I've found a thing that isn't wrapped up in like the shame culture and like just the icky like Christian culture thing that I grew up with. This is a new idea to me that I can apply to God that like doesn't have anything connected to it from culture. So I can say I can say that I can't say it's just with God, and it feels like an empowering thing for me, and like a recognition of who God is, without it belittling me or making me feel anything but like the fact that I am a creation of God's and I'm freaking fantastic. So, anyway. Also, do you guys just ever like, I'm 26 years old and I just can't, I have my face, I did not take care of my skin growing up. It's not hard. I didn't have any direction on to do that, to take care of my skin. Not like, wear sunscreen. I had like pretty bad acne, and so like I always looked forward to the sun because it meant that it would just like fry my acne off. And I would have clearer skin. But guess what? Now my skin looks, I'm 26. I just have like a forever 11Z. Just forever lines here. And I'm really struggling. Internally, I'm like having a lot of thoughts about how kind of icky I feel about the fact that my skin feels like it's aging really poorly, and I feel like I have like 45-year-old skin even though I'm only 26. I also have, I think I have rosacea. I'm also like, I went to a dermatologist at Mayo Clinic, and they spent less than 10 minutes first of all, I had to wear a mask. And it was less than 10 minutes, like, actually, like, just doing anything with my skin. I'm like, how are you supposed to be able to know if I have rosacea or something else? Like, oh, still feel angry about that. And I mean, that appointment costs like almost $400. Less than 10 minutes. And I still had to pay for the things they prescribed for me. Oh, you guys. Anyway. So, I have some sort of skin condition, definitely. I have extremely sensitive skin. I'm allergic to heat. So I break out. Maybe that should be a video sometime where I just do like a 10-minute cardio. Not even 10 minutes. 5 minutes of cardio, maybe even less, and you can see me break out. It's kind of funny. I don't have any other reaction beyond breaking out, so it's not like I don't do anything about it, you know? But anyway, I really want to, but it's just my skin. This is a perfect moment. It's just my skin. I don't need to spend all this time ruminating on if I look young and beautiful, and if my husband thinks that, you know, he does. He hates it when I talk about how I feel that no, it's not fair. Well, he does hate it, but he's very, like, gentle and kind, but, you know, he doesn't look at me and think, wow, her skin looks like she's 40, you know? He doesn't think that. So, it's just my skin. I don't need to think that either. I can love it. I can love my crinkled 11. I can. It just stays. I can love that. Or at least I can try to. And if I don't, that's okay too. I can just accept that that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't love it. Okay. Peace, y'all.